Students, now we are going to see preparation of ethers. So there are two methods are there. In that first one, dehydration of alcohols by dehydration of alcohols. So alcohols when undergo dehydration, so by using dehydrating agents like concentrated H2SO4 or concentrated phosphoric acid H3PO4. So sulfuric acid or phosphoric acid is used for the dehydration. Now see how the dehydration is takes place. So if we take an example of two carbon containing alcohol, that is CH3 CH2OH. When this ethyl alcohol is heated with dehydrating agent like concentrated sulfuric acid, but at a different temperature, means if 443 temperature is used, 443 Kelvin temperature, then here we get its corresponding alkene, that is ethene. And if the same reaction takes place at 413 Kelvin temperature, so here we get diethyl ether. So how the reaction takes place? Let's see. So what is CH3 CH2 CH3 means? This is the ether, diethyl ether, and this is the alkene, that is the ethene. So this reaction is temperature dependent reaction. So temperature is play the most important role for the production of the product, either alkene or ether. So how the reaction takes place? See, so in this reaction dehydration of alcohol, their temperature must be low. At low temperature we get the ethers, and more than 413 Kelvin, that is at high temperature, there is a dehydration takes place, means ether is formed. So intermolecular and intramolecular dehydration takes place. So let's see, first we will see this reaction. Ethyl alcohol when treated with concentrated H2SO4 at about 443 Kelvin. So how the reaction takes place? See, so ethyl alcohol, that is CH3. I can write H here to show the remole of water molecule, and CH3 CH2OH. OH again I can write here. Now when this ethyl alcohol treated with concentrated sulfuric acid at 443 Kelvin temperature, then what happens? See, this here, this is the alpha carbon, means functional group OH is attached to the carbon, is called as a alpha carbon, and the adjacent carbon of this alpha carbon, means nearest carbon which is attached to alpha carbon, is nothing but the beta carbon. And alpha beta elimination takes place, means from alpha carbon OH is replaced, and from beta carbon H is replaced, and there is a replacement of H2O is takes place, that is dehydration. So dehydration is takes place in between this only one molecule, and that's why this is intramolecular dehydration takes place. This is intramolecular dehydration takes place. Intramolecular dehydration takes place when it is heated at 443 Kelvin temperature. This is the ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol when undergo reaction with concentrated H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin. So what we get the product here? This remaining CH2 double bond CH2. So single bond is converted into double bond to maintain the valency. So CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O is a byproduct. So removal of water means dehydration reaction. So removal of water takes place in only one molecule of ethyl alcohol, and that's why it is a intra. Intra means in one molecule. From one molecule, removal of this H2O is takes place. It is also called as alpha beta elimination, means from alpha OH is replaced, from beta H is replaced, and this finally H2O is replaced. So alpha beta elimination dehydration reaction, and this is temperature dependent. This is the most important condition, and this depend on the temperature we get the different product. So here we get alkene, two carbon containing alkene is nothing but ethene. So ethyl alcohol is converted into ethene. Okay, so ethene is formed. Now same reaction, if same reaction takes place with different temperature, means if I can take, but here in this reaction two molecules of alcohol are required. So this is one molecule of ethyl alcohol. When treated with other molecule of ethyl alcohol, I can write this molecule like this way: OH, CH2, CH3 from this side. It is easy to show removal of water molecule. So this OH and H replace in between these two molecules. So from these two molecules, see here, this is the one molecule of ethyl alcohol and this is the other molecule of ethyl alcohol. And removal of H2O from these two molecules. In between these two molecules, removal of water molecule is takes place. When they are treated with a concentrated H2SO4 and the low temperature is required, that is 413 Kelvin temperature. Now the H2 is replaced in between two molecules, so that's why this is intermolecular dehydration. This is intermolecular dehydration takes place and we get its corresponding. I can write this product here. So there is no space, so I am going to write here. So what is remaining here? CH3 CH2 bonded to OCH2 CH3, means here CH3 CH2 O CH2 CH3 plus removal of water is takes place, means dehydration takes place. So same reaction but different temperature. If low temperature is maintained, that is 413 Kelvin temperature, then only we get the ether. So what is the name of this ether? This is CH3CH2 means ethyl group. This is one more ethyl group is there, CH3CH2. So diethyl and O means ether. So the name of this compound is diethyl ether. Is it understood? So understood. Now it is clear. So up to here, see here, this is the first reaction. In the first reaction, see what is there. So this is the first reaction. Ethyl alcohol when treated with concentrated H2SO4 at about 443 Kelvin, then we get its corresponding alkene by the removal of water. But this removal of water is takes place only from the only one molecule of ethyl alcohol. That's why this dehydration is nothing but intra. Intra means from only one molecule. So intramolecular dehydration, and the temperature is 443 Kelvin. Temperature dehydration takes place. Elimination reaction, that is removal of H2O from only one molecule. But same reaction takes place at a 413 Kelvin temperature. Then two molecules of ethyl alcohol undergo dehydration. So from the two molecules of ethyl alcohol, removal of H2O takes place and remaining part joined with each other. So there is a formation of diethyl ether with the removal of water. So this is the most important method for the production of ethers. But some conditions are there, that is limitations or conditions must be. So first condition is there for the production of ether is low temperature must. So temperature must be 413 Kelvin. If temperature is 413 Kelvin, then only there is a production of ether takes place. Second condition is there when the reaction takes place. See here, when this reaction is takes place, both these substrates are equally important. Means SN2 reaction takes place. So I will explain in mechanism part. So second condition is there SN2 reaction mechanism is followed by this reaction. Third condition is there for the production of ether is this alcohol must be primary. So primary alcohol must be used for the production of ethers. So primary alcohols which are used for the production of ethers, because in this primary alcohol, that is, suppose we take the example of CH3CH2H, means the OH is attached to this carbon which is less crowded, means this alkyl group, this is the alkyl group, methyl group, which is less crowded, means the electron cloud or electron density is less. If we take, that is also called as a less steric hindrance. Less steric hindrance is the important for the production of ethers. So this is most important point. If instead of primary, secondary or tertiary alcohols are used in this method, then they are converted into its corresponding alkenes. Ethers are not prepared by using these secondary and tertiary alcohols because they undergo only elimination reaction, that is dehydration from the one molecule, that is intramolecular dehydration is takes place due to high steric hindrance. So in case of secondary and tertiary, the alkyl groups are increased, and that's why electron crowd or the crowdiness is increased, electron density increase, means high steric hindrance is there, and that's why due to this high steric hindrance, so steric hindrance means crowdiness, so crowdiness increase due to this secondary and tertiary, means number of alkyl groups are increased, and this alcohol is undergo elimination, that is intramolecular dehydration reaction, and finally we get their corresponding alkenes, not ethers. So these are the four most important conditions which are maintained, then only we get its corresponding ethers. Okay, first condition is that temperature must be 413 Kelvin. Second is there is SN2 reaction mechanism is follow. Third condition is there alcohol must be primary, then only ethers are formed. Next one, if alcohols are secondary or tertiary, then only alkenes are formed. So these conditions you keep in mind, then it is very easy to solve the questions, objective question for all exams. Okay, and many time question is asked on this dehydration, by dehydration of alcohols, preparation of ethers. Now let's see the mechanism of this reaction. So how the reaction is takes place? Very simple it is, and mechanism is very important to understand the reaction. Without by heart reaction, you can write reaction easily. So mechanism part is the most important to understand the reaction. If once you understand the mechanism, then you will solve any question asked on this point. So see here. So what is the mechanism? So I can write this ethyl alcohol like this way: CH3CH2OH. Always oxygen carry two lone pair electrons. Now when this alcohol comes in contact with H plus proton supplied by concentrated sulfuric acid. So role of sulfuric acid is supply H plus ions. Now what happen? This by using this lone pair of electron, this oxygen donate this lone pair electron to this H plus and form the bond with the H plus. So what we get the product here? CH3CH2 as it is. Oxygen use this lone pair and form the bond with hydrogen. This first hydrogen as it is. Now only one lone pair remains on this oxygen, and due to donate this pair of electron to the hydrogen, oxygen carry positive charge. So this is the protonation. First step, protonation step. This is the protonation, means addition of H plus takes place by using lone pair of oxygen and which carry the positive charge on oxygen. But this oxygen is highly electronegative, you know about it, and it become unstable due to donate this pair of electron to the hydrogen. So to become stable, what happen? Here this bond breaks from here. This carbon and oxygen bond breaks heterolytically. These both electrons are attracted by this oxygen, and we get here, see, these both electrons, these both electron attracted by the oxygen, and the bond breaks from here. Now what happened? At the same time, other ethyl alcohol is present in this solution. It comes in contact with this compound. Now see here, when this bond breaks, then here which ion is formed? CH3CH2 plus. Now this lone pair of electron, this oxygen again donate this lone pair electron and support to this carbon for the bonding. Now see what happened? This lone pair of electron donate to this carbon, and now easily the bond breaks from here, and we those both electron goes on the oxygen. So what happens here? So what we get the product here? This is the second step, and in this second step this SN2 mechanism is followed, means these both molecules are important. This one equally important, this one. So both the concentrations very important to proceed the reaction, and that's why this is SN2 reaction is there. So what happened? This oxygen bonded with this carbon. At the same time, this H2O is replaced. This positive charge on oxygen is replaced due to taking this 2 electron towards itself. Now, what is the product formed? See there, CH3, CH2. Now this CH2 attack on this oxygen attached to this hydrogen, means here this is CH3CH2OH as it is here, CH3CH2OH. On this oxygen, this carbon attack from the back side, and we get here CH2CH3 with removal of this H2. So I can write this H2 on the arrow instead of writing here this H2. I can write it on the arrow, that is minus H2. Now what happened? Again, due to donate this pair of electron to this carbon, which charge present on this carbon? Due to donation of this pair of electron to this carbon, oxygen acquire positive charge. Again this oxygen become unstable, and to get stability, these both electron bonded with hydrogen are attracted towards oxygen and the bond breaks heterolytically. Means what we get here is, this is the third step. This is the third step, and in this third step removal of H plus means deprotonation takes place. Deprotonation takes place. So removal of hydrogen means H plus. So this H plus is replaced, and we get the final product, that is here. What is the final product? CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3. This oxygen with its two lone pair electron. The name of this compound is diethyl ether. Is finally formed with the removal of this H plus. So this H plus again circulate to this next ethyl alcohol, and the reaction proceed further. So this H plus formed, which is recirculated further, and the reaction proceed further. So this is the mechanism of the preparation of ether from dehydration of alcohol. So here we complete this first method, that is dehydration of ethers.